You're now watching T&W Farms. Hey everybody, welcome back to another T&W Farms video. And in today's video, which will be split up in a couple different days for me, but it'll be in one video for y'all, we're going to start cleaning some of the parts up for this, the rear linkage on this tractor, for the 1086 to be exact. And start putting the O-rings in, and get that shaft back in the mount reinstalled in the tractor, and start cleaning up the rear end so we can start mounting the PTO and the other brackets back in that goes underneath the PTO. Also, since I already got the linkages off, I'm gonna go in, clean them up, put new grease fittings, because some of them are a little stuck, so they're not actually taking grease anymore. Some are broke off, so I'm going to go in, put all new grease fittings in, take all the components apart, clean them, re-lubricate them, so that this tractor will have a full working 3-point lift system. The other 1086 that we have, the adjustments for the lift arms have now been either welded or bolts put through it because they were stripped out. That was before my time of maintaining equipment, so I guess that was the easiest thing for me to do. But on this tractor, we're going to fix it right, get everything cleaned up so everything stays in working order. So let's get on to cleaning the shaft that goes inside the tractor and get new O-rings put in. Alright, so we got everything nice and cleaned on these two shafts. Everything cleaned out on the inside. The degreaser, of course, strips the old paint some, but that won't be a problem. So with this all cleaned up, it's ready to go back into the tractor. But first, before we can put it in the tractor, we have to clean and pull and put new O-rings in. One thing I really want to touch up on, well, actually that side won't go in, so I'm not too concerned. I might try to clean up some of that right there. It's really rough. I don't want that to eat out my new O-ring. That could be why the old O-ring is bad. So, show you kind of what we're going to be pulling out. Yes, the O-ring sitting right there. We're going to get those out, clean everything up there and around the retainer, along with cleaning the gunk that got into the rear end when pulling that shaft out. So we'll get on to pulling these O-rings out, and I will get back with y'all after those are out and we'll start cleaning. So it's kind of been a slow process getting it cleaned up, but removed the rust that was sitting there. Still working on that side. Got rid of the paint because I did touch up the paint. That's not factory paint right there. When I did the PTO, did a brake clean, stripping some of the paint. Didn't want it rust. Also didn't think I'd be back into it this quick. Along with over here, it's all clean. I just got to vacuum out inside, just so I don't have no debris that will mess around with the new O-ring, or seal as it's called in the book. Now once we get that shaft back in and the PTO back on, I will paint all this around here back up just so it don't rust and it'll be ready to go for another so many years, because next year's project hopefully be pulling the cab off this tractor because there's rust and we want to get rid of the rust before it eats the cab out. And when I do that, I'm going to clean this tractor up real good and just get it painted. I don't want to do show quality because it's still going to get used all the time, but I will get it cleaned up where it should last for many more years to come. Also, if you ever wonder what inside 1086 rear end looks like, get a light. That's what inside looks like. Yeah. So if you were ever curious, that's what inside the rear end of a 1086 looks like. Well, I want to keep cleaning. Once I get done cleaning everything, we'll get that shaft back, well, new O-rings in and the shaft back in, and then we'll start on the next part, which will be getting the PTO in. I'm going to have help to do that, so if my father's not available, it might wait a little bit before it goes back in, and we'll start working on the adjustment arms for the rear linkage. So when I finish cleaning, get rid of all that rust, and be ready to go from there. Okay, so that's everything all cleaned up back here. Everything over here all cleaned up. Same thing on that side. So this is the old seal that was on this side. Don't look too terribly bad. Now granted, this one's got a bunch more debris on it because where it landed over there. And yeah, it looks okay, but this was the one that was leaking. I think it was leaking because the retainer, which is that silver piece right there, had some dirt and debris in it. So got them all cleaned out. We'll go ahead and put the new seals in and slide the shaft back in. Or I'm thinking we'll slide the shafts back in. I'm going to try a little bit of WD-40 around it, give it a little bit of a slick finish, so hopefully it slides through a little easier. I'm just going to gently tap it in. I was hoping we could. Slowly it's coming. Okay, we're almost there. Where that flat spot is, you can kind of see the top of that bolt. That's where our bracket was. So that bracket has to go back on, and it'll connect right up there. And that will hold it in place. But it is in. We did put hydraulic fluids in that bucket on the seals before sliding in. Of course, adding WD-40 as I went, so we wouldn't tear up the seals, or at least hope we didn't tear up the seals. Yeah, so that'll be all for today. Tomorrow I'll come back and get that bracket put on, and yeah, we'll start working on the arms that go up, that come down, the adjustments for the arms. Alright, so we'll see y'all tomorrow. So I didn't film taking this out. It took a lot of heat and beating to get the rust beat out. But now we're going to clean those threads up, and we'll clean the top part for paint. But I'm just going to run on the wire wheel on the grinder to get it cleaned up. All cleaned up. So it might be hard to tell, but this is the first coat. Paint on it did prime it, as you can kind of see down there. But that is that top piece that will go in there. Let me get a flashlight. Show you how burnt. See how nasty it is in there. It was a lot of rust built up, got it burnt loose. You can see torch marks. And well, finally got it out with some brute force and heat. But that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching, Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to T&W Farms, and we'll see you next time.